1. Reframe and rise above insults. When someone mocks your effort or tries to bring you down, the first reaction that rises within you is often emotional. You feel the tension build in your chest, the quick urge to respond, to defend yourself, or to prove them wrong. But this is exactly the moment where your real strength is tested. The Stoics believe that peace of mind depends not on what others say, but on how you interpret it. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." These words remind us that it is not the insult itself that hurts. It's our interpretation of it. When you give too much importance to another person's words, you hand over your calm to their judgment. But if you take a step back and look at the situation with understanding, you'll often see that their behavior says more about them than about you. Most people who lash out or use harsh words are struggling with their own frustrations. Sometimes it comes from insecurity, sometimes from fear, sometimes from jealousy. Their reaction is a reflection of their inner conflict, not a statement of your value. Once you truly see this, it becomes easier not to take their words personally. The next time someone disrespects you, pause before you react. Take a slow breath and remind yourself that you are not responsible for their emotions. You cannot control what they say, but you can control what you carry with you. Let their words fall away without giving them power over your peace. Choosing silence is not weakness. It is the quiet strength of someone who understands that calmness is a form of mastery. Every time you refuse to argue, defend, or engage in negativity, you build emotional resilience. You prove to yourself that your self-worth is not up for debate. Reframing insults is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing perspective. You decide how much space another person's opinion will occupy in your mind. When you stop absorbing the negativity around you, you begin to protect your energy and your peace. True confidence is built when you no longer need validation from others to feel secure in who you are. 2. Focus on what you can control. There's a quiet power that comes from understanding the difference between what you can control and what you cannot. This idea, taught by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, is one of the most liberating lessons in life. He said that some things are within our control. Our thoughts, our actions, our responses, and others are not, such as the behavior of people, the passage of time, or the outcomes of events. The key to peace lies in knowing which is which. Think about how much energy we spend trying to manage what is beyond our reach. We want others to understand us, to agree with us, to treat us fairly. But no matter how hard we try, we cannot fully control the choices or opinions of another person. When we attach our happiness to these external things, we set ourselves up for frustration and disappointment. Instead, the Stoics remind us to turn our focus inward. Ask yourself, what is mine to manage right now? Maybe it's your reaction, your words, your effort, or your patience. When you choose to guide your attention toward what's within your influence, you immediately feel lighter. You begin to see that calm is not about controlling everything around you. It's about managing your own state of mind. The next time someone criticizes you or situations don't go as planned, pause and ask, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it pass. There's no peace in trying to shape what isn't yours to shape. But if the answer is yes, act with quiet intention. Make changes where you can and accept what you cannot change with grace. A person who controls their reactions holds a special kind of strength. They don't waste energy arguing with life. They adapt, adjust, and stay steady even when things don't unfold as expected. That steadiness doesn't come from indifference, and it comes from wisdom. Peace grows when you learn to focus only on what belongs to you. The rest can be left to time, chance, and the choices of others. When you understand this, life becomes less about resistance and more about alignment. You stop chasing control and you start choosing calm. 3. Build calmness. Through daily practice, calmness is not something that appears suddenly. It's a skill, one that is built slowly through practice and patience. The Stoics believe that self-control and peace of mind are not talents people are born with. They are results of consistent effort and reflection. Every day gives you a small opportunity to strengthen this part of yourself. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment to begin. The process starts in your everyday experiences, in how you handle stress, how you respond to criticism, and how you deal with small frustrations. When you take a moment to pause before reacting, you are already training your mind to become calmer. That single breath between emotion and response is where growth happens. One helpful practice is journaling. At the end of the day, write about the moments when you felt tested. Ask yourself, what triggered me today? What could I have done differently? This simple habit builds awareness. It helps you understand your emotions instead of being controlled by them. Awareness is the first step toward mastery. Meditation or quiet reflection is another way to strengthen calmness. You don't need special surroundings, just a few minutes of silence. Sit comfortably, breathe slowly, and allow your thoughts to come and go. Don't fight them. Simply observe them. Over time, you'll notice that thoughts and emotions begin to lose their power to disturb you. You start to realize that peace is not the absence of problems, but the ability to stay centered in their presence. As you practice daily, you'll notice subtle changes. You may not react as quickly. You may listen more than you speak. You may choose silence instead of argument. These are signs of growth, not weakness. Calmness doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you respond with clarity rather than confusion. Building inner peace is like training a muscle. It takes time, patience, and repetition. Some days will feel easier than others, but each effort adds strength. With steady practice, calmness becomes your natural state, not something you chase. When you learn to keep peace within yourself, the world around you slowly begins to reflect it back.